3 points of contact, right? due to some technical difficulties, aka I'm an idiot. I forgot that I need to order these braces right here for the gas tank, and that'll need to be either taking care of the spot welds right there. Sorry, you can't really see it because of the light. Either take care of the spot welds there, or splice in here, or I'll need to. I'm not sure what I'm going to do right now. I don't have any spot weld cutters left, and I would like to use a spot weld cutter on something like that if I could. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to cut around it, do the cut from underneath so I know where the outline is, and then carefully peel back the metal up there. That is a possibility that I'm not entirely against. Who knows? That might be the direction I go. That's what goes through my mind when I'm working on these things. I forget things all the time, or don't realize that there's another underbrace or whatever, and have a moment of panic and say, oh man, fuck that up. And I realize that, yeah, I can just go around that. This isn't a concourse restoration car. This is going to be a race car. You know, it's going to be something that'll go fast for a short amount of time, be fun. If I have the money to build a motor. Because right now, that's what I got. It's my pile of parts. Or I can use that 350 block that's over there. The Pontiac 350, not the Chevy 350 next to it. So yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do. We're going to use the cutoff wheel, cut around this, you know, just to box it out so I know where it is above, and I'll carve out the rest of the pan, leaving this in place because this doesn't look like it's in bad shape. Move myself because I don't have glasses on under here right now. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's in bad shape. If I start peeling back and finding out that it's rotted, then I'll reconsider. But right now it doesn't look too bad. I should probably get these down. Come on. I'm not entirely sure if that's factor, if that was something done by the guys racing this, because it looks a little bit sketchy, but not the worst that I've seen. It definitely looks a little all threadish. Come on, come on. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Oh, what do you do here? Are you two different sizes? Is this not the right bolt that I grabbed off the ground? Or nut that I grabbed off the ground? Ooh, you gotta love that double nut up there. Hey, look at that baby. Alright. I gotta grab whatever that size is. Luckily it is is that a nut pull? No, it's just self-tapper, so I can get that and then peel these things out of the way. They're surprisingly in great shape for being the original gas tank straps from '69. You can see the daylight shining in over there from all the holes that were drilled in this trunk. There's a few different fuel systems that were run on this thing. If you look at some of the previous videos, I show you the top of the tank. There's the holes from the Lakewood roll bar, and then there's my my beautiful patchwork of floor. It's actually not that bad. It's once again, it's not concourse, but it'll work. If I were to do this over, I would definitely have done a full one piece front to back, just because it seems worth it at this point with the amount of work that I had to do there. But you know, it wasn't in the cards, it wasn't in the money. I wasn't prepared to do that. Being attacked by the gas tank strap now. You know, it just wasn't there for me. So let me get the oh, that was very zoomed in, sorry guys. Let me get the ratchet, I'll get those things off, and then I will start cutting these braces out. Alright, welcome back. I had to take a little bit of break because I needed to charge the GoPro. I need to buy some more batteries for this thing if I plan on doing any long videos like this. So I didn't do much. I went to 7-Eleven, got myself some water because I'm dying out here in the heat. But I also did mark up roughly how far I'm going to go back. As you can see, this is the brace that I trimmed around, and then that roughly translates to about doing this forward on the actual trunk floor. Like I said, from here back on this is super solid. You know, I have to do a little bit of wire wheel work right there, but a little bit of wire wheel and some paint, and that'll look great. I know it's basically taboo to say I'm going to do overlap on this thing, but that's what I'm going to do. It's not a concourse restoration. It is it's a race car. I just need a solid trunk floor. One day, if I want to make it a concourse car, I'll do the full one-piece front to back. I'll just redo it all, because that's basically what it would need to get it to a concourse setup. I am not talented enough with butt welds to do that, and I'll practice on a different car. So I'm gonna do that area. Figure it's gonna be I'm either gonna go, I think we're gonna go like an inch down on here all the way around. This side's gonna be a little bit tougher because it has those mounting holes from whatever they put back there. It's probably a fuel pump or something like that. Fuel pump, battery box, who knows, because you also got these bad boys up here that are pretty big. So I'm not sure what they did with this car back in the day, but you know, it's getting there. I hope I can make it look decent, and I hope I can get this done today. So back to time lapse you go. Okay, cool. Now we can reach the axle and change the oil in it. So I need to do a little bit of trimming on that corner just because I wasn't able to get the grinder in there well with the angle I had, but I can do that with the air saw. That'll be easy enough. Next up is to strip the paint and everything off of these braces, get that upper layer of sheet metal off so that I can so that I can prep them so that they can be welded onto the bottom of that when I get that laid in place. So order of operations, get those things stripped off, get that metal off of them, cut that to rough size. Luckily I have a template right there, but yeah, cut at least a rough size, and then I'll lay this in there and unbury that and play with that. It's hot. It's hot out today. Alright, after adding more sweat to my shirt and lots of sparks everywhere, it's good enough for who it's for, which is me. So I'm going to put some rust converter in these rails, just to make myself feel better about it. And then I'm not sure if we're going to get this in tonight, just for the fact that I'm tired. And also, I'm not sure if I have the any zip screws to mock everything in. So yeah. There's the new axle for the car. Came out of a 71 or 72 Nova. Guy said that he bought the car. It was not a recent restoration, but you know, something within the past 10-15 years. And the first thing he did was he just ripped the car apart and is having it tubbed and 4-linked. So got 373 posies in it. 373 posi in it. And like I said, it's a recent rebuild. It's got Richmond gears. So I'm just gonna clean it up and throw it underneath. It's the stronger 10 bolt, the 8.5, rather than the 8.2 that I have in there that I bought just to make it roll. And then my baby. Do love this truck. Slight obsession with it. Who knows? When the Firebird's done, you might see a rebuild on that thing because it's serving daily driver duty. Never sleep on Facebook Marketplace. That Be Cool radiator was put in a car but never filled or run. It's like $1,200 setup with the fans. 300 bucks. I could not pass that up. This was clean, but as you can see now, it's all full of grinding dust. It's a never-ending cycle with the Metalwork. You cut something out, you grind it all flush, and you have to clean it up a bunch of times. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Probably gonna let that be, and I'll probably do a little bit of work on the actual floor pans, and maybe get those undercoated, because they're ready. I have the stuff. I just haven't felt like laying on the floor for a while. So, all right, you'll be where I pick up next. All right, so as you can see, we have this trimmed out here, or laid in here, and what I find works really well is take a little bit of spray paint, and it gives you a good guideline. It's easier than finding where you put your silver Sharpie, which is generally what I struggle with. And this is nowhere near what I would call a gospel of a cut line. You know, this isn't what you want to follow to the T, but it gives you a good idea of, you know, if I cut, you know, an inch up from where that hard line or semi-hard line is, then I can generally get things, you know, where I want them. I'm probably going to wind up cutting in the middle of this, and that'll give me enough overlap where I can do some trimming on that, do some trimming on this, enough overlap to weld with. I got a little bit ambitious up in that corner up there, so I might actually have to do some butt welding over there. Oops. That's what happens when you're building cars, man. It's yeah, there's a science to it, but you can do it without knowing the formulas. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I think we're going to trim this thing up and try to lay it in there and see how everything looks, feels, if I like it, if I hate it, if I need to spend another few $100s on a different trunk pan because I screwed up. Been there, done that. I should have honestly done that with the floors. They're alright, but they're not great. But too late now, you know, I'm already committed, and the goal is just to get the car running, driving, and ready to race. You know, the next big project after the floors are done and undercoated will be rebuilding this subframe, rebuilding that steering box, which will be easy. Sandblasting all the control arms, putting new bushings in, ball joints in, and you know, just getting the thing closer to a running and driving car. You know, this thing hasn't been it's never legally been on the road. It's never been registered. Like I said, where not many people believe me, this was never a street car. This is a race car since day one, and it's the reason that, you know, it's the reason those are in good shape down there. It's a car that never saw a New York winter. You know, this thing was sold new in Great Neck. Sold new, ordered new in Great Neck, New York. Here's my PHS. You can see the how it was ordered. It's original 350 HO car, goldenrod yellow, close ratio 4-speed, safety track, which is, you know, the posi, rear 390s, sports steering wheel, which I sold to a Vinyl Village Garage. I regret that now, but he made it look good. I'll grab another one down the road. Rod and handling package and a heavy duty radiator. It's a Beaner Pontiac in Great Neck, New York. It was a race car. That's all it ever was. It was a race car. It's Beaner's car. They sold it in '73. And then it became the American Indian with Gary Claudio. And then it got sold to my father, sold to someone, I forget the name right now. I'll put it in the description of the video in case anyone knows of him, can get me in contact with him. You know, and then it was sold to my father's friend, who once again likes to remain nameless on this. So he gave me the car after it sat with him since 79, 80, somewhere around there. And then I was the next person to use it, or to work on it. So it lived a short life, going quarter mile at a time, multiple engines. It's a race car, and that's what it's going to be. I'll put plates on it. I'll register it up. It's weird knowing that I'll be the first registered owner of this 1969 Firebird. Be the first person ever to register this thing. It's a weird feeling, you know. It's 2022. The car was already abandoned for 12 years before I was born, roughly. You know, car was already rusting away. So it's, you know, it's cool knowing that I will be the first person ever to run this car, drive this car. So, all right, get back to it. Wow, look at that. It's cut. It's hard with one hand. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, I made a whoopsie up there. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably just repair that up there and then weld to whatever. But for the most part, it's not too bad, and it fits fairly snug without even zip screwing it yet. See how it looks underneath. Oh. I had a light. Where'd my light go? Not too shabby. Honestly, cleaning up the corners, putting some zip screws through it, and you'll only barely be able to see that it was hacked by me. Doesn't look like that bad of a crime scene. I've done worse to cars. The good news is that's roughly you know, the edge of that pan, I need to straighten that out from when I was beating on it. But like the edge of that is fairly close to where it needs to be. I need to take all the undercoat off this so I don't contaminate my welds. Same with down here. But you can see that, you know, the stamping isn't quite as crisp. You can see that these really come down. These have kind of faded over the years, or if they were even as good. Try to, you know, you can see that that's really crisp and that's kind of but like that sort of kind of matches up. See how nice this car is as far as actual areas that you'd expect one of these things to rust. They don't. You can see that cool they already clearance the top, the wheel over slicks back when this thing was a race car. And you know, the frame rails are extraordinary looking. And there's still some rubber from when they were racing this. They just undercoated right over it. You know, I'll need to run brake lines and all that stuff, new fuel lines, which works out because I'm going to run stainless stuff to the front, because I want to run E85 in the car so I can have a little bit of compression in the motor, and not have to pay out the nose for race gas. It's a nice option to be able to just go get some E85 at the pump. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end for the day. I am pretty happy with where this is wound up, and I'm hoping that I will see you guys again soon. I'll be back later this week to fit and weld the floor, so that'll be the next episode. Thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe, press the like button. Let's try that again. If you like the video, press the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm gonna concentrate on the Firebird for a while. No side projects. We're gonna get this thing done so I can actually race the car. So, thanks. See you next time.